The star came on the eve of the solstice. A strange celestial body, brighter than any planet, shimmered above the ancient city of Babylon. It pulsed with an unnatural violet hue, and unlike the fixed constellations, it moved. Slowly, subtly, it drifted across the heavens as if beckoning the people below to follow. The priests of Marduk took it as an omen. The scribes named it Ishtar's tear, believing the goddess herself wept for the sins of mortals. But the common folk called it Zadu, meaning the caller, and Zadu called them. Beltashar, a reckless youth, was the first to answer. One night, he whispered, "It calls to me." His lover, Samura, begged him not to go, but he only smiled and stepped beyond the city gates. As he vanished into the dunes, he sang a hymn to the star above. He did not return. Days later, a shepherd found his bones half buried in the sand. The flesh had been stripped clean, the marrow sucked from the bone, as if by some great unseen mouth. His skull, untouched and polished, stared wide-eyed at the sky. The star pulsed brighter. Word spread of Beltashar's fate, yet others swore the star spoke to them. Merchants, farmers, even a temple acolyte left their homes in the dead of night, following the beacon to an unknown fate. "It is no godly sign," warned High Priest Anshar, his voice trembling before the great ziggurat. "Zadu is not of the heavens. It does not belong to us." No one listened. That night, the priest's attendants found him hanging from the temple walls, his intestines stretched across the bricks in the shape of the star. His mouth was stuffed with sand, and his eyes gouged from his skull. Still, the star pulsed brighter. Those who followed Zadu no longer returned at all. At first, their bodies were found, mangled, drained, torn apart. But soon, even their bones vanished. It was as if the desert itself swallowed them whole. One night, the warrior Ur-Shulgi, a man without fear, gathered a group of hunters. "We will track the fallen and slay whatever devil calls us." They rode beneath the purple glow, blades drawn. The last the city heard of them was a scream so inhuman that the very jackals in the dunes fell silent. At dawn, the sand where they had stood was smooth and undisturbed, as if they had never existed at all. And still, the star pulsed brighter. The star loomed too close now. The heavens should not move this way, nor should the sky feel so hungry. One by one, the citizens of Babylon fell to their knees, whispering the same words, "It calls to me." Those who resisted, those who refused to follow, found their own shadows turning against them. Hands that stretched unnaturally long dragged them into the dark, leaving only bloody handprints on the temple stones. By the end of the month, Babylon stood empty. No screams, no bodies, only the faint echo of whispered prayers to something that was never divine. Above the silent ruins, Zadu flickered once, then disappeared, and the world never spoke of it again.